Hey, what's up, champions? Gediminas here. Welcome along. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. All right, what is happening? If you're watching a replay of this, please stick a hashtag replay into the comments. And if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, do say new in the comments because I'd like to say hello to you. I'd like to connect with you, etc. Okay. So today I wanted to talk about the third door. What is he talking about? All right, so when we were at the GoPro in Las Vegas, we had one of the speakers, Alex Banayan, and he wrote a book called The Third Door, right? So today I wanted to share with you that concept and hopefully you'll find it useful. Hey, Jenna, thanks for tuning in. All right, so what is the third door all about? Well, hey, Mike, thanks for tuning in. So imagine this scenario. Imagine that you arrive at a nightclub, right? You arrive at the nightclub. Well, first of all, there's the first door. And the first door is the main entrance. Hey, Agle, thanks for tuning in. Right, so the first door is the main entrance. And there's a huge queue because everybody's standing there in the queue waiting to get into the nightclub, right? So that's where most people will go to, right? The first door. Then the second door is the door at the back. Right? The VIP entrance. So this is where people who are a little bit more clever or who have a little bit of money or they're a little bit famous, they will arrive at the back and they will get let in through the back. Hey, Rena. Hey, Tony. Hope you guys are well. Right? So that's the second door. So the second door is the back door, the VIP entrance where, special people go in. And for most people, that's it. So all they know is the first door, the front door, and they know the second door, which is the VIP entrance, right? But there's also a third door. Hey, Megan, thanks for tuning in. There's also a third door. And the third door might be, I don't know, to get in through the bathroom window. It might be to get in through the delivery bay. Or, you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying, hey, look, you go to a nightclub, you're going to climb, through the windows in it or whatever. But I hope you're starting to get the point. The third door is the creative way. It's thinking outside the box. It's finding solutions where other people would give up. So, when it comes to your business, you can also always find the third door in your business. So the first door is what everybody's doing, right? So if you do what everybody's doing, guess what? You're going to get the results that everybody's getting. And usually it's not great, right? Then you have like the second door, like the VIP entrance, which might be just for the selected few. So you might see people in your business who are complete rock stars, but maybe because they have really good charisma, or maybe they're naturally great speakers, or maybe they came into the business with a huge network of people that they brought in from another business or whatever, right? So that's like a second door. That's like a VIP entrance where, well, you can't get that. You can't duplicate that unless you are like them, right? So that might be like a second door, right? But there's always a third door too. There's always a creative way, right? So if you know that in network marketing, the main way you grow this business, or actually the only way you grow this business, is when you're speaking to people who can say yes and buy your product, or speaking to people who can say yes and join your business, then you need to start thinking, how can I find creative ways to get in front of people, to talk to people? Because what most people do, hey, Joseph, thanks for tuning in. So what most people will do, they'll do 2 or 3 things that everybody else is doing, and they'll do it for like 2 days, and they'll go, it's not working. I'm not getting results. I give up, right? And that's what most people will do. But really successful people in business, what they do, they always look for that third door. They always look for a way that most people haven't done, for a word to say that most people don't use, for a door that is slightly ajar but they can go inside, etc. You know what I mean? Hey, Lisa, thanks for tuning in. So it's all about looking for those opportunities and looking for those ways. How else can I do it? Thinking outside the box. What else could I do? How else can I get in front of people? Most people have maybe 1 or 2 sources of leads. 1 or 2 ways of finding new people to talk to. I use, I don't know, just off the top of my head, probably about 7, 8 different ways of getting people on a daily basis. So on a daily basis, I have 8 or 9 different ways how I get people, right, to take a look at my business, from different places, etc. Right? So it's like, I don't know how many of you actually do fishing, but it's like fishing. If you have one rod and you using the maggot, right? Then you're only going to catch one type of fish because you're using one type of bait with one rod, right? But if you come to fishing and you have 5 rods and one has maggot on it, the other one has corn on it, the third one has something else on it, right? Now you have a chance of catching different types of fish at the same time. Well, that's similar to your network marketing business too. If you're just using one strategy, there's nothing wrong with that. It's better to use one strategy than to use no strategy and to do absolutely nothing, right? So even if you're using one strategy, if you're consistent, you're going to start getting results. But if you're using 2 strategies, 3 strategies, 4 strategies, 5 strategies, now you're rolling people from different locations, from different mindsets, from different jobs, from different professions, etc., into your business, right? So that's really why you need to start thinking more creatively. And I like how Tony Robbins always says that it's not about resources, but it's about being resourceful. Hey, Demante, thanks for tuning in, right? So there is no shortage of resources. A lot of people have this lack mentality where they just go, well, there's not enough money in the world. Well, actually, there's plenty. Like if you took all the money in the world and divided it equally to everybody, like everybody would be a millionaire. So there's no shortage of money. It's just how to access it, how to get your hands on it, right? And same way in network marketing, very often people have this mentality of lack in terms of people. They go, well, there's not enough people. I don't have people to talk to. I can't find any more people, And they have this lack mentality where it's like people are scarce. And people are not scarce. There's like 7 billion people on this planet. You will never run out of people to talk to if you just talk to them, right? If you just reach out to them, you can never run out of people. I mean, you could all day long, you could be talking to people, and your life would be too short to speak to everybody. Right? And I'm not even talking about the whole world. Even in your city. I remember we used to live in Luton for about 10 years and still 9 people out of 10 that I would speak to, they've never even heard of my company. You know what I mean? And we've been marketing, promoting it, and not to us alone. Like there were a bunch of people in Luton. You know what I mean? So have the abundance of mentality of abundance, and then think about how can I become more resourceful. So if there's no question of resources, if there's enough resources out there, if there's enough people, if there's enough, people willing to join the business, if there's enough people looking for ways to make more money, then how can I become more resourceful? How can I become more creative? How can I get new ideas? How can I start thinking outside the box of how can I approach people, of how can I attract people to me, right? So in network marketing, there's 2 ways how you can build the business, right? It's prospecting and marketing. Prospecting is when you're actively reaching out to people and you're saying, hey, would you take a look at my business? Hey, would you take a look at my product? And there's marketing, right? Which is passive, where you put some content out there and you hope that an unnamed individual will look at that content and go, hey, I'm going to give them a call, or I'll message them, right? So that might be you putting a Facebook Live out there. It might be you sticking a YouTube video. It might be you putting an advert on a website, on an advert site, or it may be you putting, some leaflets out there in your local area. That's all marketing, right? So again, thinking about what do people don't do? What is different? How can I stand out? How can I grab people's attention? Because like Gary Vaynerchuk says, sometime years ago, if you were in network marketing, then all you were in the business of selling your product and you were in the business of selling your business opportunity. If you were, a carpet salesman, then all you had to do is sell carpets, right? Hey, Debbie. Hey, Simona. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Tanks. Hope you guys are well, right? But today, even if you're a carpet salesman, firstly, you're not selling carpets. Firstly, you're in the business of grabbing people's attention. Because people are being bombarded with so much information, with so many different, advertisements and things like that. You are drowning in this loads of information. You're drowning in the sea of information. So first thing, before you can talk to somebody about your product, before you can talk to somebody about your business, you have to grab their attention. You have to stop them in the scroll. You have to stop them on the go so they would go, what? Tell me more about that. How does that work, right? So you need to become a bit more creative and a bit more innovative and think outside the box if you want to grab people's attention, if you want to catch people's, eyeballs so that they actually do pay attention to what you've got to say. Because if you're going to do what everybody else is doing, guess what? Nobody's going to pay attention to you. So it's all about that. It's about providing value. It's about answering questions that are important to people. It's about, it's about just being maybe unique a bit, but I don't mean like you have to be somebody like a superhuman, very unique, etc. It's more about just being a real person, reaching out to people, talking to people, but always thinking, what else can I do? How else can I do it? Like on a daily basis, I'm getting different ideas, and one of the things about getting new ideas, like Jim Rohn used to say, that getting great ideas is like mining for gold. Rarely does a good idea interrupt you. So when you get that great idea, one of the worst things you can do is just go, oh, yeah, no, that would be a great idea. And you carry on doing whatever you were doing. You need to act immediately. So when you get a great idea, oh, maybe that could work. Act on it. Do something about it. Because, again, I don't want to get here religious or whatever. Some of you believe in God. Some of you believe in the universe. Of you believe in something else, right? But if you are asking, God or universe or whatever I don't know what, if you're asking for a breakthrough, if you're asking for progress, if you're asking for things in your life, and then you get a good idea and don't act on it, guess what? You had your answer, but you just didn't use it. I know this joke always comes to my mind when I'm talking about this, about this guy, John. And John is on his knees in the evening, he's by his bedside and he's praying. And he says, God, I'm a good person. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't use drugs. I have a nice family. I try to look after them. I work hard, etc. But it's just so hard for us. Financially, we're struggling, there's not enough money, etc. Why couldn't you help me win a lottery or something? And the thunder sounds, and the clouds separate and God's voice comes from above. And he says, John, at least buy the bloody lottery ticket. Right? So you ain't going to win a lottery if you don't buy the ticket, and you ain't going to get a breakthrough in your business unless you do things, unless you act on those ideas that come to your head. And guess what? Some of those ideas, they'll be garbage. They'll be crap. They'll be not great. You'll act on it and then you realize, that's not working, right? But other ideas might work out pretty well for you, right? But important thing there, again, is to have patience and to be consistent. So if you had an idea, well, what if I start messaging people on Instagram? Or what if I start doing this, right? Don't just do it once. Don't just message 3 people and go, it's not working. What else? Come on, send me more, right? Don't do that, right? Stay consistent at it. If you start doing something, keep doing it until you get result. Because honestly, from experience, I've found that almost anything will work if only you do it consistently. Almost any strategy will work for you in network marketing. Almost any strategy will get you new customers and will get you new business partners if only you do it consistently. If only you keep doing it. Because if you do it for 2 days and stop, nothing is going to work for you. No strategy. I could give you all of my strategies and nothing would work for you. If you're not prepared to put in the work, if you're not prepared to put it, to do it consistently. Okay, guys? So hope this makes sense. Hope you got some value from this. If you did, feel free to share this video with other people. Maybe they will find it useful too. And if you're already in network marketing and you'd like to get my free training on 26 different strategies, how to find customers and sell more products, then head over to titaniumsuccess.co.uk/sales. Right? And you'll be able to download my free audio training from there. Have an awesome evening, guys. See you at the top. Bye for now.